Hey guys, it's Up here today, and welcome to this video. Today I have a very special guest on the call. We have FreyOpossum. How are you?
Just
Bro,
chilling.
is that how you pronounce your name, FreyOpossum?
I just do Frey Opossum. Yeah, Frey like gray.
So,
You know
so
how
you
it is,
pronounce
Frey
it like
gray.
opossum.
Opossum? Possum? I mean, it's fine with whatever.
All right.
I don't really mind.
Okay. So should I just stick to Frey?
That's all good. If you want to do JF too, I don't mind.
Okay. All right. Cool. So, for some of the regular viewers of my channel, or even if you're interested in the Geometry Dash community, Frey used to go by the name Jayuff, obviously, which should ring some bells. One of the biggest, most innovative, groundbreaking, forward-thinking creators out there, and my personal favorite. But now he's moved on from Geometry Dash, and he's a musician, master of remixes, and how would you describe yourself musically?
I don't freaking know, man. You've played my levels. You know how weird they get. I'd say the same kind of energies in the music too. I don't even know what kind of genres. I kind of switch around, but I do my own thing.
So, like, would you consider yourself like a producer, a lo-fi artist, or?
Uh, I would just say producer as of now. I'm trying to sing. Um, Songwriter maybe, like idiot, I guess.
Idiot.
Yeah.
So just like experimental anything type music.
Yeah, just really whatever I'm feeling. I mean,
Okay.
I'm still kind of working into it. I'm still trying to get better. You know how it is.
Yeah, yeah, I feel you. So I know for the past few years you've been releasing these monthly remixes, but now you're working on a full album. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm trying to do an album before I leave for college because I won't be able to do much like music when I'm in college.
You want to tell me a little bit about the album, or?
Um, I just have it's all gonna be original stuff. All music sung by me, written by me, produced and performed by me. Um, it's gonna be every song is gonna be way different than the last. So yeah.
Okay, so like I know with like your history of like doing like remixes and mashups, should we expect anything like that on the album, or is just completely original music?
It's gonna be completely original. I mean, the same kind of production that you get on some of the remixes that I do is gonna be on here as well. But there's a lot of new elements that I don't do in my remixes that I'm gonna be doing for my actual music. But it's gonna have the same energy.
Okay, I'm ready for it.
I
um,
am happy to hear that.
so I know you've been doing these monthly mixes on YouTube. Are you going to continue doing that, or are you just going to go like headfirst into this album?
Oh man, so I've been putting all my time lately for that album. Like I want to keep making like remixes and stuff like on the side, and I do sometimes, but I haven't really been doing that as often as late. Mostly because I'm like busy and I just don't have time to do it.
Yeah, I get
So
that.
if I get more time, I'll do that. But I don't really know. I'm just going headfirst in the album.
I get that. So I noticed that your March 2022 one you didn't upload. Is that the first time you've ever missed a month for remixes, or?
Yeah, I that's the first month I haven't uploaded anything for because I literally made like one thing on the side. And I don't know, I just got way too busy and like 3 or 4 days passed and I was like, oh shoot, I still haven't uploaded that yet. And I just kind of like forgot about it. I don't know. I might just end the freaking series.
Hmm. All right. Well, when it comes to your mashups, though, how do you go like upon sampling the songs for them?
Um, I basically just like I really like music, so any song that I like, I'm like, oh, I wonder if like the vocals by themselves are on YouTube, and I see if I can find them. Um, and then I'm like, okay, cool, I got the vocals. Now I'm gonna make. It's just fun to do, and I don't know. That's just basically how it goes.
That's really cool. So, do you have like a favorite mashup that you've done?
Yeah, so one of the first ones I did, it was a remix of an NLE Choppa song, Bird Boy. The original instrumentation for that song is garbage. It's produced by this dude named S Goal or something. It's literally just the bass, a snare, and a kick or something, and that's literally it. So I basically worked an instrumental from the ground up, and I did this like I think a year and a half ago, and that was like the first remix I did where I listened to it and I was like, "Oh, I'm proud of this." And people were listening to it like all my friends were listening to it and they were like, "Yo, this is actually really good." So that's my personal favorite. It's really old and like outdated though, but that's my favorite.
That's really funny. When was that from? Was it from like a 2020 remix or?
I think it was 2020. Yeah, I made that in like the very end of the 2019 year. I think I don't even remember. It was so long ago.
Well, I gotta check this out now. I gotta see this beat.
Yeah, the mastering is god awful because I was still new to that, but I really liked it a lot. It's like one of the first ones on my SoundCloud page.
What was it called?
Uh, Bird Boy, uh,
Bird Boy.
XL remix.
I can't find it. I'll find it later. Whatever.
Oh, good. Yeah, no worries, no worries.
That's funny though. I have a few personal favorites. I like a lot of your recent stuff. From the I think it was the January 2022 remixes. I really enjoy a lot of those.
Hey,
There's
glad you like
there's
them.
like 3 songs in there, right?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
There were 3 songs in your January one, right, from this year?
I think so. I can't really remember. The ones this I haven't made that much good stuff this year, like in terms of the stuff on the channel though.
Oh, you think?
I'm glad you like it though.
When in your career, like in your music career, did you think that you had like the best music? Like, was there like a period, or do you think that like you still haven't
Oh,
hit that peak yet?
yeah, so when I was first getting into like making stuff, like I would just make like the dumbest crap ever, and it was all just because I was having fun, right?
Yeah.
Um, like I think the 2020 remixes that's on Bandcamp now is like my favorite because it's just like it's so freaking amateurish and stupid, but it was just so fun to make those songs. But honestly, I think the most favorite things I've made have all been like produced this year for the album that I'm putting out.
Oh, okay. So you think that like the quality of the stuff in the album is much better than the stuff you have been putting in like your remixes for this year?
Miles better.
Okay.
So much better.
All right, I'm ready for it. So I know you've been making music for a little bit, but when exactly did you start making music?
So, it was like I can't remember. When I was like a senior, like a junior, senior in high school, I was like making like mashups just for fun, and I was doing those for a bit, and then I was kind of like, yo, mashups are cool, but I kind of want to see if I can just like make my own beats and instrumentals. And I started doing that for a little bit, but I didn't start taking it seriously till like 2019 because the pandemic hit, and I was like, yo, I have all this time now. I'm like laid off from work. I'm not doing school. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna like focus on music. And like the whole pandemic, like I wish it kept going, man. I loved just chilling in my house all day making music, but that was when I got good.
That's funny. Did you play like an instrument in school or anything like that, or?
I didn't play anything in school, but on my own time though, like when I was like a sophomore or like freshman in high school, I got guitar lessons and I've been playing since then.
That's really cool. That's really cool. So should we expect like more guitar type stuff in your album, or is this just a complete
Yeah,
variety of everything you've worked on?
it's a variety of stuff, but there's like there's like 3 guitar songs on there. There's like a slow acoustic ballad. There's a death metal screamo song. There's also like a bedroom pop kind of song.
Well,
It's
so
all
all
guitar.
different genres on this album.
Yeah, there's so many different stuff on here. It's
That's really
weird.
cool. Do you listen to hip hop at all, or
Yeah, I love hip hop. One of my favorite genres.
do we expect to see any hip hop in this album, or?
I have one where I kind of rap. It's kind of like a Beastie Boys sort of thing. I don't know. I'm not the best at rapping though. It's
Okay.
not really. I don't even know what it is. I don't know. But a little bit of hip hop stuff on there.
All right, because I was asking because I'm very into hip hop myself, and I noticed that in your SoundCloud bio, you said that you made lo-fi hip hop. So I was just wondering if you listened to it or not.
Yeah, I like lo-fi. I used to make a lot of the like lo-fi beats like when I was first learning how to make music.
That's cool. Do you have any favorite artists, or
Um, I like Patsu. I don't know
that
if you
name
know
sounds
of him.
so familiar?
Yeah,
How do you spell it?
that's one of my favorite. Potsu.
I'll check them out.
Elijah Who for lo-fi is good as well. I like them.
Oh, these are lo-fi
Um,
artists.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
sorry. Like favorite artists in general.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. I like Kanye West. Kanye's super cool. I like
Yes, my
Tyler
favorite
Creator
artist.
too for like hip hop. The Beatles are nice too. There's a new band I'm getting into called Phony People. They have an album called Yesterday's Tomorrow. Super, super good.
Phony
I like
people.
Lemon. Phony People.
Phony.
Yeah, it's like this hip hop group. They make like the most soulful, coolest produced hip hop music ever. Underscores is great. I like Lemon Demon. Frickin' David Bowie. I'm a huge David Bowie fan. Um, Injury Reserve is good. I like Frank Sinatra. One of my favorite songs is from Frank Sinatra. But Yeah, I'm all over the place.
We very similar music taste. That's pretty cool.
Let's go.
My favorites out of those, I'm a very big Kanye fan. I've been a Kanye fan since like I want to say like late 2019, so I'm pretty late to like getting into him. But as soon as I
Yeah.
started listening to his music, I absolutely fell in love with it.
Hmm.
Do you have a favorite
Same
album
with
by
me.
him?
Oh my God, I love his Yeezus era.
Yeah, oh, that's cool. I like that.
That stuff goes so freaking hard.
Yeah.
By that one's good. I also like yeah, really introspective and really
Oh,
soulful cuts on there too.
love Yeah, one of my favorite albums ever.
Hmm. That was the one that got me into Kanye.
So technically, I think Jesus is King was the one that got me into Kanye. Ironically enough, because
Oh,
yeah, but I think it was actually like a good starting place for me because it
hmm.
was like his worst, and even though it was his worst, I still thought it was decent. So I was like, huh,
Yeah,
it can only go up from here. So
I agree with you. Even though like there's a lot of like corny stuff on there, it I still like some of the songs on there. Like there's some
yeah,
good ones on there.
yeah,
Guilty
use this
pleasures, mine.
gospel on God,
I
water.
like Scylla.
Yeah,
Scylla has like yeah.
love the instrumental now.
Hmm.
So when it comes to your music, do you have any like major influences or
Mm, this is gonna sound really stupid, but 100 Gex.
really? Wow.
Yeah, like I remember it was like during the pandemic, kind of like 2019, 2018, when I heard their freaking 1,000 Gex album, and I was listening to that, and I was like, wow, this sounds so stupid. It sounds like anything, like unlike anything I've ever heard, but I really freaking liked it. So I was like, all right, if these fools can just make stuff like this and then like have fun doing it and just go perform big shows after making songs like this, then how come I can't do this too? So like, I don't know. I like their music.
That's
It's like a
incredible
guilty
because I
pleasure.
love Thousand Gex, and not many people agree with me on that one. So thank you for
Oh,
that.
they're freaking hard, bro. The new album coming out, I've heard some like cuts from there. It's gonna be so good.
I'm very
Mark my
excited for
freaking
it.
words.
I cannot. Do you know the name? Did they announce it yet, or
It's probably gonna be like 10,000 gex or something.
that'd
I
be
don't
cool.
know.
That would be hilarious. But
Hmm.
do any like the people that you just mentioned? Do you think they have had any influence on your music whatsoever?
Um, and let me think about that. I think David Bowie though.
Hmm.
I'm a huge David Bowie fan, and like the songwriting from him, like especially on like his like older stuff. I don't know, just his style when it comes to like producing guitar ballads is really influential to me. So
That's
I
really
really
cool.
like stuff like that.
Was there like anything else in your past that you think influenced your current music, like Geometry Dash?
Wait, can you repeat that? Sorry, it's like cutting out for me.
Like, was there anything like creative that you dived into in the past that you think influenced your music, like something like Geometry Dash?
Um, I'm not really sure. I mean, I'm trying to think. Geometry Dash to me, like when I like made levels and stuff, I would listen to a song and like I can like picture the level in my head and like see the colors that represent a song. So it kind of made it easier for me when I branched into music, going from, oh, okay, I've already made levels like this and I can like kind of I know what I like because I try to pick good music for my levels. So then I was kind of like, okay, I want to see if I can, you know, channel that energy from Geometry Dash to somewhere else.
Yeah. After you made that kind of transition, did that kind of creative expression change for you at all? Like, was there like when you made Geometry Dash levels, did you like kind of like have a desire to have control over the music or something like that, or?
Yeah, that was like the I like when I was like doing mashups and stuff, really was like itching to make my own song and do a whole level with it. And I tried using FL Studio at first to make music, but I hated FL Studio, and I never got the hang of it. So I kind of scrapped ideas on doing that. But I'd always wanted to do that. Never happened though,
Yeah, because I
except
noticed
like
in
near the end.
Split Path that I guess you got the approval to use your own music in the game.
Yeah, that was the only time I did use my own song. It's not really even a song though. I mean,
Yeah, it's more
you
of like
know.
a background kind of thing to set the mood. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of Geometry Dash, how has your life been since you quit?
It's honestly been the same. I mean, things have changed since like I stopped creating when I was like just getting out of high school, like right when I like graduated, like I think that's kind of like when I like stopped. But it's been pretty good. My life's been chilling.
That's really cool.
Just been doing a lot of fun stuff.
Yeah. Do you think Geometry Dash at all held you back creatively?
Yeah, I do think so. Um, there's been some times and stuff where like I would make something, and I was really close to like some of the higher ups in the game who like had contact with like Rob Top and stuff. So I would make something, and like they would come back and say like, "Hey, you can't really put this in your level if you don't want it to get like featured and stuff and like all that." And I'd be like, "Oh man, that's all right." But I don't know. There were some things too that I wanted to do in levels, but never got around to doing.
When you say there
I've
was
seen
certain thing,
some.
oh sorry.
Oh yeah, I've seen the narrative start to switch though. Like I've seen some stuff like as of late when I just like go on YouTube. Like I've seen the newer creators going kind of crazy, which is good.
Yeah. When you say that you couldn't include certain things in your levels, what were those kinds of things?
Just like freaking epileptic stuff. That's like one of the first things that can come to mind.
Hmm.
No like vulgarity or stuff like that. Um, just like a lot of things like the meta when it came to creating and stuff. It's like, hey, you can't really do this. So like when I was first starting out, I would like make something, and I'd have like people going like, "Oh, you can't do it like this, do it like that," and it's just like, come on, there's no rules to this.
Hmm. Wow. So there were mods telling you that your stuff couldn't get featured unless it fit some certain criteria.
Yeah,
Wow.
I mean, as I evolved though, I kind of just started to ignore that.
Wow.
Mm.
Do you think in your levels that there's like a few levels or even just one level that you look back on and you say like, "Wow, I really made that. That's incredible."
Yeah, for me, that one is mashup.
Really, mashup. Wow.
Yeah, that's my favorite creation I've ever made.
Yeah, I love that level. That's really cool.
Hmm. I also like the Morse is one of my favorite ones too. I also like Split Path, my very last one.
Yeah, that one was really amazing.
Thank
For
you.
me, I love your Cove series because I grew up on that. Because I loved her. And obviously
Right.
Split Path because that was really amazing. I don't think there's like any other level that can really like captivate you the way it does. Like I would never know it was 5 minutes long until I saw like the little thing at the end of the video. Not the video, the level that said like 5 minutes.
Oh, nice. Well, I'm really glad you enjoyed it. I really didn't think people would like it because it's like 5 minutes long of just words,
No, it
you
was
know?
honestly one of the most creative, incredible things I've ever seen in the game.
Thank
And I'm
you. Thank
sure
you so
many
much.
other people would agree with that because I think it has, I think like 600,000 downloads, which is,
Serious?
yeah, as of the other
Dang.
day that I checked. And
That is wow. Hmm.
yeah, and speaking of Morse, I've a little bone to pick with you about it. So
Oh, what's up?
did you change the code to get the coin?
Have you gotten the coin?
I have.
Yeah, so at first, the code was one string of numbers, and people were uploading YouTube videos saying like, "Yo, this is the code. You just do this at the end." And I changed it like halfway through the cycle, so that new people who wanted to get the code had to figure it out themselves.
That's hilarious. The reason I'm asking is because I just played the level for the first time last week as I finished the
Hmm.
series, the creator completion series, where I beat all of your
Hmm.
levels, and I was really struggling to find like all the codes. So I kind of threw in the towel at the end, my little confession here, and I looked it
No
up
worries.
and I tried it and it didn't work, and I was like, what? So then I had to personally go through the level and figure it out.
Yeah, it worked. It freaking worked. Let's go. The strategy.
It did
Yeah,
work.
sorry about that.
But yeah, that was a pretty funny moment for me. It got a little frustrating at a certain point because I don't think it worked on 144 hertz, so I had to switch to my phone to
Oh
get it.
yeah. Yeah, that's I have a ton of levels that don't work on 144 hertz, and I feel so bad. I wish Rob would do something about that.
I'm pretty sure that was the only one out of because I
Uh,
think for the whole series I played in 144.
hmm I know the last one I made, Split Path, has some bugs in it for 144 hertz.
Oh
Pilot also
really?
has a ton of bugs for 144 hertz players.
Huh. I don't think I encountered any when I played it, so maybe I just got lucky.
I'm very surprised. Yeah, I got so much complaints.
Hmm. So
That's fine.
I've a bit of a deeper question. So one that I've wanted to ask you for literal years. So I
What's up?
noticed at the end of your level Prodigal Angels, you dedicate it to someone named Marissa, and your
Hmm.
level a serum backwards is Marissa. So who is Marissa?
Oh, uh, so when I was like in freshman year, I had a group of friends. Like Tommy, Kate, Marissa. That was the original fam squad. Freaking love those fools. But we're not like friends anymore. We don't like talk to each other anymore. Um, for everyone would say that though, Assyrian back like that's supposed to mean like century or something in another language because it took forever for you to make. Like I
Wow, so
started
it's
making
not
that and
Marissa.
no, it was like an inside joke with me and my friends because at that time I was like super involved with like the community, and I had like a bunch of friends and I'd like show them screenshots of this level I was making, and they were like, "Yo, it's taking for freaking ever for this thing to come out," and I was like, "All right, yeah, finally it's out." I just called it Century in like some random language because I couldn't figure out a name because
Wow,
it took a
and I was going to
century.
ask about that because I know the remake is called Century.
Yeah, and I remade it and called it like Century for real.
Wow, okay, because for years I've been trying to decode this and try to figure out if Century backwards was some other name that I just hadn't figured out yet.
You're not the first one. I'd be like fucked up in the club dedicating a level to a girl. That's so.
That's hilarious. So,
Ask me anything. Ask me some deep questions like, ooh, what's your favorite ice cream flavor? Like, ooh, are your parents divorced?
what's your social security number?
631. I'm kidding.
So, in your paste pin that you posted, you mentioned that you wanted to put time into creative mediums such as digital art and clothing. Did you ever get an opportunity to do either, or is this something in the future that we could expect?
Yeah, so clothing. I work at a sushi place right now. I designed all of the hats for them. They have a whole line of like hats that you can buy at the sushi place.
Really?
I designed the hats for them. Um, I also like for fun, me and my homie, we went on like this website or something and like designed like a couple shirts for ourselves to wear, and people were like, and then we went out like one night to this like pub, and people were like, "Yo, where'd you get that shirt?" And I was like, "Oh, we made it ourselves," and then, like a couple people ordered them, but that's like it though.
Wow,
And then
that's
for like a second we were like, "Yo, we should make a business out of this," but then like kind of decided not to.
that's really funny. So, we shouldn't expect some sort of clothing line for you, or is this just kind of a personal
I
passion that you're
mean,
doing?
I'd like to maybe if I get like more into like music and stuff and like something forms on that. I'm not too big into clothing, but like I don't know, it'll be something to branch out to.
Hmm, that's really cool. And what about digital art?
Um, I was kind of anticipating seeing what I could do for graphic design because my skill set in Geometry Dash kind of has some outlets when it comes to that. So I thought, hey, I want to see if I can do this too, but I haven't really done much of that in the longest of times though.
Yeah. All right. So, you requested it before, so I guess I will ask a bit of a deeper question. So,
Hmm.
what is your favorite ice cream flavor?
Shoot, man, I like green tea ice cream. That stuff is so good.
Green tea.
But
I've
butter
never
pecan
had
though?
that. Sorry.
Okay, green tea ice cream is like a second. But the freaking best ice cream, in my opinion, is butter pecan ice cream. But without the freaking butter pecan nuts in there, I freaking hate the nuts, bro. But the ice cream flavor itself, it's so sweet and delicious. It's like if you like vanilla ice cream, but you feel like vanilla ice cream's a little too basic, go for butter pecan without the freaking nuts. It's so good.
So it's better that it's creamier. It's creamier without the nuts, is what you're saying.
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Oh
Thanks for
yeah.
that. I've never had either of those flavors, so maybe I'll try it. You said green tea and butter pecan.
Yeah, green tea, like matcha green tea ice cream, and like butter pecan is so good.
I will definitely be trying both of those. Thank you.
Hmm. Gotcha.
So now the name Frey. How do I pronounce it again?
Frey.
I'll just say Frey. Sure. Is there some meaning behind the name?
Yeah, Frey is the last four letters of my first name. Uh, if you want to guess that, you can go for it. And opossum is because I like opossums.
Yeah. Huh.
I think I wanted like a stage name that sounded cool, but also like not too cool. Like Freddie Mercury sounds way too cool.
Yeah.
Bruno Mars sounds dope as hell. I want like a low key kind of name that sounds cool, but like not too cool. So FreyOpossum.
Wow. That's really cool. Now, what about the name Jayuff?
That's just a botched pronunciation of my real first name. I'm sure you could probably guess it. I'll leave you to that.
I should figure this out, but I'm not sure. I'll think about it. But
I'm not trying
now
to dox myself.
I know for a little bit you also changed your name to what is it Jaboof? Jaboufe?
Jaboo.
Jaboof.
Oh man. I don't remember why I did that. I don't remember why I did that.
So there's no meaning behind this name whatsoever?
No, Sir Punj made that name up for me because I think it's like Jabouffé because he's like French as shit, right? So he made that name up for me, and I thought it was hilarious. So I was like, "Yo, I'm just gonna change my name to Jabouff," and then I did it, and I was like, "Wow, I really regret doing that," and it got back to how it was before.
That's really funny. When you went from Jayuff to FreyOpossum, was there like, did you want to have some sort of disconnect between your music and Geometry Dash, or?
I kind of wanted a bit of a disconnect. I mean, Geometry Dash players like they don't really read too far into the lines. Like you say you're gonna do music and they don't care. They only want levels.
Yeah.
Like that's why I'm like super flattered that you reached out to me, which is like wow, like dang. But I don't know. I didn't really plan on having too much of a disconnect.
Okay. So the name change had nothing to do with really like disconnecting yourself. It was more of you just wanted a better stage name.
Yeah, that was pretty much it.
Okay. That's really cool. All the different names are, they stand out so much from each other. So,
Mm-hmm.
it's pretty cool that, you were able to like come up with like iconic names. I mean, I don't know
I
so much
tried.
about Jabouff, but
Yeah, it was going to be Meow Mix. That I tried to put Meow Mix as my Geometry Dash name, but it was taken. So
yeah. So if you had the opportunity to, would you go back and change your name to Meow Mix?
no, I
Okay.
wouldn't.
It's
That
staying
sounds
as JF.
yeah. It's this JF.
All right.
Oof.
Did you have any sort of plans to ever come back to the game, or is this just in your past now?
I thought about it. I don't know. I always like listen to music and think like, oh, I can make a sick level to this, but then I never get around to doing it, and I've just kind of like parted ways, and I'm okay with it now.
Yeah.
I did kind of come back because I had a level that I was working on, and I'm friends with this guy, Bolonzik, and me and him were super cool, and he helped me finish it, and we put it on his account. But besides that, that's it.
That's really cool. What's the level called? If this is public information.
Beta Cosmos. It's a remake of Funny Game and Zenthik Alpha's Alpha Cosmos.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I know that level.
Hmm.
That's pretty cool. All right. Well, I'm like sure to check it out.
Yeah.
So I also wanted to ask you about hidden creation.
Hmm.
So I don't know if you're aware of this, but very recently people figured out the ID of the level.
I saw that. Yeah.
You did. Was this
A lot of people
intentional?
were.
Like, did you want this to be public information, or?
Yeah, the ID is hidden in Morse.
Yeah, yeah. So
So,
you did
uh,
expect people to find it eventually.
yeah, I did, and it finally happened,
Wow. How does it feel that
which
after
is
2 years people finally figure it out?
that's pretty cool that people are playing it for the first time though and like experiencing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess it's not too hidden anymore though.
I mean, it only has 1,000 downloads after a month of people finding it, so
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
guess
so I
not
guess
too
it's
many
kind of like
people
a deep
found it.
cut. But yeah, that's cool. I'm glad people are experiencing it. A little mysterious, little level action going on there.
Yeah. The level hidden creation, I remember in Viprin's comment section, or not his comment section, his description on his video, he mentioned that the level was unfinished. Is this the finished product, or?
Um, it was a. I kind of had like a weird like moment where I didn't really want to upload that because I thought I could do a lot better. So I thought like, yo, I don't really want to upload this right now. I didn't think I really ever wanted to upload it because I thought I could do way better. So I kept it unlisted for a while, just scrapped. And I got like a new computer because I was building that level at one point and I couldn't finish it because the computer I was building on was like it was lagging so hard from it. So I was able to like finish it, but I still didn't really like how it turned out. And at one point I was kind of like, all right, it's kind of unfinished. I'll see if I'll get to it later, but I'll see if Viprin wants to upload it because
Hmm,
he knew I was working on it.
that's really cool. See, I
Hmm.
kind of took this as sort of a thing as you wanted a bunch of like popular creators to upload it, so then people can figure out how to play it themselves. Was that
Hmm.
kind of in the back of your mind, or?
Um, I for me like the concept of having like a level like that where it's like unlisted and like no one can play it but like everyone like can see it like on like YouTube and stuff, to me that was kind of like cool. So I liked that idea and I was like, hey, I'm gonna theme this level around that sort of concept. Um, and then yeah, it was unfinished. I wanted to do more to it and make it look better, but at one point I was kind of just like, all right, I've kind of done all that I can here. So
Yeah.
I did that. I gave the ID to Viprin, and Nexus uploaded it too. Um, it was because I had him added, I think, as a friend, and at that point, only your friends could play like your own unlisted levels. So Nexus got a hold of it. I think he found it in he found the ID in Morse. So that was
Oh,
pretty
so you
cool.
didn't like give him like
Was
direct
it wait?
permission to play it?
Uh, I'm actually trying to remember. I actually don't even remember this. I think I did. I don't know. I don't know if I did or not. I think he found it.
Oh wow. I'm surprised
I
they didn't
really think
make
he
it
found
public
it.
information what the ID was.
Yeah. Yeah, it was weird. I don't know. I'm kind of blanking on the memory. I didn't know what happened. He just kind of uploaded it all.
Hmm, okay. So now, I can include this portion in the interview or not, but it's something that I was curious about because at the end of your paste bin that you posted like a year ago, you mentioned that you were arrested for arson.
Yeah.
Do you want to
So
elaborate a little bit, or is this
yeah, you ready for this? This is a story right here.
okay?
All right. Me and my boys, Halloween night of 2018. Me and my boys and a couple of the girls, too. We're at Panera Bread. We're chilling, having a good night. I have some freaking fireworks in my bag because I was like a huge pyromaniac at that time. I love fireworks. So we're in Panera Bread. My freaking dumb brain at that time. I was like 17 or 16. I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna light up a firework in Panera Bread, guys. We're gonna go crazy. Have a freaking 4th of July on Halloween night in Panera Bread." So I lit one off and it was going on like a table for a bit, and it was chill, right? Until it like fell into the chair right next to us. So the chair kind of burned a little bit, like a hole got burned there. They concluded that it was $75 worth of property damage, and at one point, Panera Bread was on me. They were like, "Yo, we're gonna charge this kid for arson," but 4 months went by and they couldn't find out who did it. So they were mad at first and they were saying like, "Yo, we're gonna charge him for arson. We're gonna freaking put him on the chopping block here." But 4 months went by without them figuring out who did it, and then when they finally figured out it was me, um, they just dropped it and said, "Okay, just do community service and you're good." So
Wow,
that was how that went.
that's so
So
you
I
weren't
always like
actually
bragged to my
arrested for
friends.
it.
No, no, not really. But at one point, I was like taken to the police office. I was like 17. I was like freaking out, and I was like, "Oh no, they finally got me. My life is over." But no, they were chilling.
That's
But
hilarious.
I always like brag. I'm like, "Yo, I got freaking arson charges on me, bros." Like, if that makes you sound so cool.
I see why you ended off the paste bin with that. It's kind of like a you ended
Yeah,
off with a
that was
bang.
hilarious. Literally, literally.
Yeah, with some raging fireworks.
Hmm. That was a fun night.
Speaking of the paste bin, so you know how I mentioned before that I had made my kind of like what do I call it, like a video essay based on your paste bin.
Hmm.
So I think shortly after I started making the video, you took it down, and I went on like an absolute hunt looking for this paste bin, and I actually found out that I had like a very old recording because I just remember like the day that you released it, like I recorded it. So what I had to
Hmm.
do is I put my computer next to me, or my iPad next to me, and then on my computer I had to individually type out like every single sentence in that entire thing just to try to get this
Wow.
documented. Yeah, so that's a real dedication
Wow.
to make this video.
Goodness.
Yeah.
I didn't know that much work would go into something like that.
Yeah, so
Wow.
there you go.
Congratulations.
Thank you, thank
Oh,
you.
nice.
But yeah, I think that's it for the interview.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Cool.
thank you so much, and thank you so much for just giving me the opportunity to do this interview.
Yeah, I gotcha. And really, it's anytime. I got you, man.
Yeah, thank you so much, and thank you
Hmm.
for the people watching. Like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Yeah, peace out, guys.